Hey y'all, so I thought I would do a quick video on Photoshop. I just discovered yesterday that there's a mandala creator in Photoshop, and I've seen a lot of adult coloring books that are in this niche. Now, it's not a niche that I'm very familiar with, but I think there's a lot of good implications that for designing that it may be useful. So first we're going to start with a new image. I always start bigger, so I'm going to do the 15 by 18 with Photoshop. If you make it bigger, it's going to pixelate. So I always design bigger and go smaller rather than design smaller and go bigger. I'm just going to create that. And then I'm going to create a new layer because I'm a derp, and if I don't, I'll forget, and I'll be really mad. And we're going to come over here and select our brush tool, which is right here. And then I'm going to click this little butterfly looking icon right here that I didn't know existed. Now, if you have an older version of Photoshop, it's going to be a little different here. So if you have an older version, you're going to actually select something called New Dual Axis. So all I have is Dual Axis, and I'm going to select it so you can see what to do, but then we're going to go back because here I have the radial and mandala options, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to come and select Dual Axis, and then I'm going to go to Paths, and I'm going to rename the path, which is right over here, to either Mandala Symmetry, and you would put a number after it. So the most it will split is 10, so you would do like Mandala Symmetry 10, and then hit enter, or you would do, if you wanted the radial one, you can do Radial Symmetry, and that one splits 12 times. Now, we don't have to do that because I have the newer version, so I'm just going to come here and select Mandala. You can see this is the segment count that I was talking about, so I can push this all the way to 10 and then hit OK. And what it's going to do is it's going to give you this box that's free transformed, and you can adjust this because none of these lines are going to stay. So I'm going to make it a bit bigger, and then I'm going to go ahead and have it accept that. Now, just a word of warning, my computer is a pretty powerful computer. I always go with gaming computers so that I can handle whatever I need to with Photoshop. And when I'm drawing these, it lags it out. So I don't know what it's about to do with the video, but all I'm basically going to do is a bunch of like bigger loops. So I'm going to make a bunch of circles that are getting bigger and bigger, and you can kind of see what this does. So. And I've stopped drawing, but Photoshop is still working on it. But you can see it's like a really cool effect that I didn't know existed. Now, while I'm probably not going to get into the mandala niche, I do think there might be implications for taking those designs and doing other designs like this. This might very well be something I do, especially because I do a lot of nature designs. So I am working on an adult coloring book, and I wasn't happy with the results, but this really, I took a very simple line drawing of a tiger and have added several layers of mandala effects on top of it. So, you know, you don't have to do one layer. Like, I can start a new layer and do another effect. And then if I don't like it, I can erase it out or do whatever, and that can give you a lot of control. So I don't know if you all knew it existed. I didn't know it existed. I hope it's helpful. And yeah, happy designing, y'all. May the force be with you.